Okay, so this is the Clair Obscur Expedition 33 first look gameplay. And as you can see, we've just watched the Expedition 33. I think that was a reveal trailer. There's also another one that we're not going to be watching today, but that one is the cast reveal. But this one is the exclusively the gameplay, and it's 6 minutes long. It's a little bit of a longer video, but I think that if you were intrigued by the first trailer, I think that this will answer a lot of questions. Yes, it's rated M, and for me, this is perfect. You know me, I'm not a big fan of these, cozy little games with these perfectly happy themes. Whenever I see this game that's full of, these cutesy environments, green pastures, blue skies, these cute little chibi characters and whatnot. It's great, but it's not for me. And this kind of game is definitely something that I'd be interested in. But I want to see the gameplay because these games tend to be really long, and I want to make sure before I, start playing something like this next year that this is something that I can do. From what I understand of the trailer, the Paintress paints a number, and everyone whose age is that number guess that. Oh, really? You think it's the age? That would be very interesting because if that is how it is, that would be interesting because it's Expedition 33, so that means that they didn't make a teenage game where these teenagers or young adults are going to save the world. It's a boomer game, and I love it. Hi, Cams. We're watching the Expedition 33 first look gameplay. So this is supposed to be another really big turn-based game that is coming up probably next year, and we're gonna take the first look at the gameplay. This trailer is new. This only came out like 8 days ago, so it's 6 minutes long. If you're interested in turn-based and want to see a gorgeous turn-based game, you're in the right place. Let's watch it. Oh, that scared me. Look at it. Can you believe that this is a turn-based game? Huh? Crazy, right? So I wonder if that means that the Paintress doesn't get old.
Elodie's expedition.
You know the commanders of every expedition.
Expedition 68. Their boat was blown into the air by a storm. Lumiere lost sight of it, but assumed they crashed on the continent.
And they survived. The storm, at least.
All right, let's keep moving. We found the weird corals. Mael must be close by.
Wait. Everyone.
I think that the number counts up.
Doesn't matter.
I think I saw
us and Mael.
like 34. No, I don't know actually. I'm not sure. Looks like a turn-based Elden Ring. Look at it. Yeah, this said 68. So maybe it does count down. Wow. Excuse me, but that's gorgeous. That is actually gorgeous. Yeah, and a few numbers there would be no. Yeah. Look at this game.
Over there. A hut.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
So nice.
This building has a certain melancholy beauty. A lone outpost of humanity nestled amongst the corals.
Wait, I know this
A
voice
sailor
actress.
at sea.
Who is this?
Our resident cynic is now.
Wouldn't expect a Cartesian engineer to understand beauty.
YouTube captions don't really read British. Is this Shadowheart? So familiar. It must be. It must be. Sounds
This
similar.
should help.
So, it does sound a little bit like Shadowheart. The way you stroll into a cutscene is so nice.
You're right.
I think we might see like a boss fight.
It only attacks when...
It's coming.
It only attacks when it's coming? What? Oh, that is her! Shadowheart and Clive in the same game.
On guard.
Let us stay there.
The soundtrack is a bop. Oh, she's in Elden Ring too? Ah. I'll do a little bit of commentary once the trailer is done. I don't want to pause it too much.
It seems peaceful. As long as we don't touch the flowers.
Yeah, let's not get too sentimental. It's still a Paintress creation.
Oh, so it's guarding the flower, but why? Everyone is in this game. Like everyone.
Putain! Damn, Maya, what was that?
It felt familiar somehow.
Gustav, we won't understand what's going on if we kill everything that moves.
The Gestural village must be ahead.
That's Shadowheart, huh?
You know what Neverons are capable of.
She'll be fine.
Because you know what neons are capable of. In the captions, oh my god.
She'll be fine.
Mundo, this is Expedition 33, Clair Obscur. Oh my god, this trailer was 6 minutes long. It felt like a minute, literally. This is so nice. Definitely happy about all the Baldur's Gate actors. I don't know if they announced like the full cast list, but I think that there are so many really, really, really big names in this game that they actually made a cast trailer, I believe. Baldur's Gate 3, D-Force, Cyberpunk 2077. I see. Yeah, I'm actually tempted to take a look at the cast trailer. Do you want to see the cast trailer as well? Because they actually presented these people. My only flaw. Take a look at me here. One of my flaws is that I can't really remember all the voice actors' names. Like, I know them as characters in games, but I have a hard time remembering their actual names. This game is gorgeous. Like, I just have a hard time actually believing that this is a turn-based game. Okay, clearly it is, but it just doesn't look like it's supposed to be. It looks like Elden Ring or something, and I think a lot of big names probably worked on the game development as well. It's a very, very ambitious project, and it looks so nice. The combat looks clean, and I'm loving this little bit of a goth like menu. Look at how nice this menu is. So these numbers, I think, I don't know, this number, oh, this is actually so nice. So that they make it, I don't know, like, do you see the party list here? And basically the way MP or mana or whatever is presented. I think that is their mana, and I think that they made it easier to calculate how much mana you have. So this is more, I think, of a design of like a mobile game or something like that, but it makes it easier to understand. Where something costs 4 or 3 or 2 or whatever, it doesn't cost 63 MP, 78 MP, whatever. It's like the numbers are smaller, but you have a better grasp of how much mana you have, which I actually really like. So they actually tell you here in very like distinct color and number how much mana you're going to be spending, which I think is a huge improvement. Here on the left side you have basically the combat order, which I think is a very convenient place for it. In Baldur's Gate, they did it on top of the screen where you now have the boss health bar. And I unironically really enjoy the health bar being right here, because this is where I put my Final Fantasy 14 like raid boss or whatever health bar, so that it's up there, because that's where I look when I fight bosses anyway. The visuals do look a bit like a mobile game, and I think that I'd be very surprised if the game was like PS5 only. I think that if they're making it like this, I think that this could be a Switch game as well. Yeah, it's multi-platform. I think that this is definitely a trailer from PlayStation, because their logo pops up in the menu, and of course they're not gonna, I guess, advertise Steam or anything else in their trailer, and this was a PS5 specific. Other platforms probably do have their trailers. I just basically clicked the first one that popped up, so I'm pretty sure that this is multi-platform. The game looks too promising to just be on PS5, and we know historically that some companies, like, let's say, I don't know, like maybe Square Enix or something, like, I always say Square Enix because they do have some of these big exclusives that they guard as exclusives for a lot of years because of their relationship with Sony. But at the same time, it's it is a shame that PC players have to wait for ages to experience Final Fantasy 16, which is only out on PC now, as well as Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, which it's just taking a long time for these things to become available. There are definitely visuals that remind me of a mobile game, which is not necessarily bad. I know it's an adjustment, but here's a hot take. I think that there is a reason why there are so many people who are not considered gamers, but they will play these, considered gamers by us who play on PlayStation 5, who play on PC and whatnot, who will just sit on their phone and just play their mobile games. I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally, but they largely don't, don't get themselves involved with with a gamer community per se. Yeah, but there's a reason why a lot of people just have games on their phone, because they're so easy to navigate through, and there's something a little bit addicting about how they make these in-game menus. I, as a mother of a young child who does occasionally play these mobile games, I can see how they do their menus, where they put the numbers, which things are simplified. I'm personally a big fan of this. Like, you can say what you want, but this mana representation here, I think, is quite nice. And obviously they can't do the same thing with health. You can't just have a character be at 5 health forever. It doesn't make sense. But with mana, as someone who also plays Hearthstone, it makes sense. You have, I believe that this is like 10 mana, maybe. This costs 3, this costs 4, or whatever. And I think that they made it a lot more simple and just kind of, just easier to read. It's Kepler Interactive. That might be a bad sign. Their last game flopped so hard. I'm actually not too familiar with that. Which one was it? The one thing wrong, it forces them to try to find middle ground in UI between very different ways of playing, and usually PC players suffer the most. Oh, Flintlock. Oh, yeah, when a game flops hard, sometimes you don't even end up hearing about it. Yeah, we'll see. this looks like a big deal, to be honest with you, and I think that the cast of the voice actors is going to be one of the carries for this game. I honestly believe that, and I think that the game looks good. I think it looks quite promising. The art style is amazing, and this is this is unironically the closest that I'll ever get to, let's say, playing Elden Ring. As you know, it's very Elden Ring like. I am not the kind of person who can just, go and play Elden Ring. I have reflexes of a dead animal. I really, really, really can't do that. So I think that it's just really nice to see a gorgeous looking game that looks like, there's a lot of time being put into it, with an amazing cast, which is something that I feel like I really vibe with, which is essentially turn-based. So I'm happy the turn-based is getting a lot of love. These voice actors are huge, and I'm very optimistic about this. No, well, I'm comparing it to Elden Ring in a very casual way. So don't get me wrong. I definitely am not comparing these two games in the sense of play style and action. I'm comparing it to the menu. So this kind of menu gives me Elden Ring like feeling when it comes to environment. So I'm not talking about the gameplay or anything of the sort, but the boss health is positioned, the design of the bosses, the exquisiteness of the bosses, and the environment itself is slightly reminiscent to me of a Souls game. I'm the person who wants to play Souls game more than anything, but I can't because I suck at them. Like, I try to play, let's say, Lies of P. I've never tried Elden Ring. Like, I'm just mortified of playing a Souls game because I don't think that I could ever finish it. I want to with all my heart, but I can't. So this is something that is, to me, reminiscent of a Souls game, and if it's Souls like, but still a gameplay style that I can vibe with, I think that I'd be very happy with the game.